Started a little bit late this, but that's okay. Here, we're on camels for mounts for our bike. See here. Now, mounts in Viking Squad can't have crazy long legs and stuff. They gotta look kind of. Bring some legs. But that's okay. Alright. See that working? I'm playing around with Exeter. Hey, how's it going, Jackie? How's it going, Stock 789? Alright. The crew came back. Another great Wednesday. This is gonna be a fun one because we are doing mounts. We're doing mounts today. Mounts going on in the game. It's gonna be awesome. Right now I'm just playing around with ways I could draw camels. So, because we want to make a camel mount. That'd be fun. Alright. I have a very, very awesome high fidelity camel walk here. Those are pretty ugly looking monsters. We'll see what we can do. How's it going, Fubzo? How's it going? Mounts, yes, the mounts are very, very cool. Putting them in this week. Everybody's been jumping on the animation. Everybody's been jumping on the... Everybody's been jumping on everything. We got Nick animating, mount walks. It's awesome. After I mess around with enough camels, this is going to be our projectile mount, actually. It's going to spit. It's going to be awesome. Line that up so I remember what I'm doing. Yeah, awesome. Turn off that one. Kind of like this one. Yeah. So again, super loose, super rough. It's rough Wednesdays. How's it going here, Arkscrim? Welcome to the stream. Hope you dig. Today we're working on mounts for Viking Squad. Viking Squad is our brawler we're working on. These are our 4 main characters you can choose from: bow, hatchet, shield, hammer. And we're building mounts today. Building mounts. What I'm doing now is I'm just kind of like messing around and trying to like, you know, experience the camel. Thinking I love the neck. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to draw it properly. I think I kind of like it when they're all nestled up in their neck. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, okay. Work. Let's puff that up, make it big. It'll probably look like this sitting on. First major game or other releases before RX Marcus. This is Slick Entertainment. You can check out our site, but we've Nick's helped ported the N Plus for Xbox 360. He's also made we've also made Shellraiser here, an iOS game you can just turn on your iPhone or what have you, or Android device, and go check it out. You can Shellraiser as well. Love watching creative process. Brought my brother. Cool, very cool. Yeah, this is definitely creative. It's rough as hell, but it'll be fun. Okay, here. Back we go. Doesn't need to be too splayed. Yeah, so this is gonna be cool. I think I'm gonna actually give him like a falchion. It's on. That's cool. There. That. Gonna be bouncing a little bit back and forth between my guys here. Yeah, there we go. That actually might work. Put that down a bit. I think that might work. Right, cool. I'm deity. Goddamn, you're good. Well, thanks. Hey, if you like this stuff, strap in, because this is the super fun stuff. Maybe you're being sarcastic. I don't know. I actually just don't answer that. I can't handle that ego check. Okay, there we go. Right, there we go. Legs down. Yeah. No, like the problem is camels are really goofy because of their stats, right? Like they're like super scrawny legs and their big goofy body. So I think, and I can't go too high with the legs because, as we all know in Viking Squad, which I'm gonna launch the track editor right now. Repeat viewer inconsistency gives a Thank you, I'm DD. Yes, I do remember your name. I do remember your name, actually. So here we actually go. I'm going to start. So this we actually have some editor stuff. I'm going to go, let's go to zone 2. So, yeah. Okay, cool. So I'll just keep the editor open, too. We can, like, have some fun and fight some guys, and I can show you a little bit about the game. If anyone has any questions about Viking Squad, this is our editor. And this is the game. You can slash and it's awesome. Eat stuff up. Zoom right in. Get right in there. Yeah. Cool. Alright. Tried that. Cool. Bit of a hang. That's okay. Back to camels, right? Now I'm going to shrink this camel and I'm going to play around with a couple more designs on this camel. Something that is always good to do. I'll also knock down this. So we can actually work behind it. Cool. So, the reason why I work with smaller things like this is because it's way more the paintbrush does way more work for you. You can actually shrink it down and get a little bit more that down a bit more 30. Right. So I think I want to keep this nice neck. Yeah, that ridiculous. All I can think about is Joe Camel. Very, very, just dating me very hard. Joe Camel was a pretty weird cigarette mascot. I kind of make my mounts a little bit grumpy. Cool. Oh yeah, a little bit in. You'll have to forgive me because I do tend to go in and go out often. Bit of saddle here. Sparks is right. Yes. Sorry. I'm gonna try to do a better job on the chat here. It was in the wrong side of my other screen, so miss you guys. Alright, here we go. Big knobby knees. Fun to animate. Now I do some of the animation, but a lot of the animation is just kinda done by everybody in our 3-man house. Yes, they did. They did make that outlaw to ban Joe Camel because he was in danger of becoming too cool. Kids thought he was way too cool. As he was always like with ladies and at a swimming pool or something, and he had a sports car. Like crazy ad. Now I don't think you're even allowed to add cigarettes. All right. Yeah. Okay, cool. I like how I kind of like my camel nose is really droopy. Oh man, he's really mad now. He's mad. This one over here looks kind of darling. Like, oh you, such a cute camel. Yeah, this one's gonna be awesome. Nice long tail. Such a noble beast, Adamander. You're right. Which is why we're making it a camel. Initially we were like llama, no, because we have a canyon level. It's gonna be awesome. Desert level. And what better guy to have on your team than a camel? All right. Still might need to shrink these legs, but actually that's not bad. First little bash, not bad. Yeah, that'll work. We actually don't have a. Actually, I think I have a debug. Let's see here. Let's see here. Currently, what we got? I'll go into the chunk editor. Go into my background. Whoa, check that out. Just roughing around with some ideas. I didn't even know that was still there. Let's get rid of those guys. There we go. Am I? My gate's all wrong? Okay. Alright, sorry dudes. Race against the clock. How's it going? How's it going, Molten Ink? Good seeing you, Rob. That's Rob, everybody. That's Molten Ink, an artist. And that's DanMax63, right out of Seattle, working on a very, very cool card game upcoming. So, that's good news. Alright, I'm going to paint on some canyons just so I can get the feel of how it looks with brownstone. Alright, guys. Sorry, Ice. Getting rid of you. Actually, let's turn the lighting off for a sec. Lighting. Beep. There we go. Let's get the brown going on. There we go. And I'll get rid of some of these elements here. There we go. Background. There we go. There's some deserty stuff. We can see a camel going through. Okay. Getting the layout of this level. Yeah, I can see a camel resting there, hanging out. Sounds good. Sounds good. Ain't I fancy? That's right. Wow, I'm Dee calls the headphones out. You have quite the audio file then. Awesome. Yes, Sennheisers are very nice. Sennheiser. Don't quote me on that. I don't know exactly what they're called. How to pronounce them anyways. So this guy's actually looking stronger than my other three, so I'll actually just take him. And yeah. No, that'll work. Let's see. Crank him up a bit. Definitely I'm gonna keep the top. Let me a little bit tiny. Sorry, I'm doing this so I can see how big the camel's gonna look. Yeah, it might work. That'll work. Molten ink. Hey, that'd be great. Molten ink. That'd be awesome. I just read that. We love fan art here. It's like I'm a big proprietor of fan art. I love doing fan art for people. I think that's definitely something that not enough people do for their friends. If you're an artist, like, come on, just take a couple hours out of your day. Give your buddies some artwork. No, I actually think this will work, and I was worried about it because they gotta sit on this little tiny rump, and this hump's gotta be there. It's gonna be close, people, but it'll be good. Widen the legs out a bit. This is why I'm gonna duplicate it, because I kind of like those proportions. And let's see here. Let's throw in some color. I guess they're sandy brown. I'm just kind of eyeballing this. Actually, I think I might have a camel color at the top. Not really. It's like Disney camel color, which is basically bright yellow. Alright, let's see here. So throw some... Should just made it kind of a weird color. I think we need to make it more sandy, so let's do it. Yeah, green. Good pick, Jess. Here we go. A little bit better. Perfect. That'll work. Cool. Throw some shadows on it just to get maybe some better shapes going on. Right? Right, guys? Bouncing bit. Wow. What's up, folks? Thanks for helping me pretend to charge my phone. Just running, Jesse. No problem. That's a show on the pit, ladies and gentlemen. That is Gord McLattery, who is our composer, who just got off a very cool, very futuristic Skype call with Kaylee, our designer, about the music in our game, where he's going to be taking it, which is going to be awesome. We're really excited. Always awesome working with Gord. We've worked with Gord, helped make the music on Shellraiser. Very, very cool. We go way back, don't we, Gord? So this what's cool is, again, you guys probably seen, but I'm sorry about that. Let's there we go. Cool. So that'll actually work. I think this will actually work. I could probably just go into the second pass of this. And remember to always ground your stuff so it looks like it exists somewhere with a nice shadow. Cool. Alright, what's going on here? There we go. There we go. Alright. Cool. What an ornery camel. I don't want to give him like socks or something, but I guess we'll stay away from that. Cool. So the shapes I gotta make sure. Got this camel for reference up here. I gotta make sure that I get these enough articulation in the legs. Whenever I make stuff like this, I always more sandy orange. Oh, I see. Yep. Thank you, Mermage. Cool. Alright, I think looking beastly enough. Actually, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this guy. We're gonna just so I can make sure, because I don't know how we're gonna make him spit. So I'll just fade him a little bit. This is something I do a lot on. This is something I do a lot when I'm working on Viking Squad. Is I'll just fade it and I'll draw over it with how I think it's gonna work, and we can kind of steal his head here with a good old Control C. You can spit out of there. Yeah, a little long. Looks kind of cool. The wraps, that's right, Merle Mage, the wraps. Wraps around the leg, the tensor bandages. Yes. Yes, okay. And now with this guy duplicated, and this guy dead, we'll kill that guy. There we go. Excuse me. Now this guy is at 47. You can crank him back up. We can chop his head off. Like that. Boom! Don't worry, he didn't feel a thing. Dangle hump. Yeah, I don't know what we can throw on. I don't know what we can make dangle on these guys, but maybe there'll be something. Okay, so between that, this is like kind of how much movement we got. And it's actually kind of fun. I kind of like when the layers are gone, and just like throwing down color with like big fill. Cool. All right. So he sticks his neck out pretty far. I don't know how. I'm kind of worried about how we're gonna do this neck with the nature of our stuff in Viking Squad. Because if you look, we got a little bit of artifacting here, but if you look, everything is actually a separate piece. Like he's like a puppet, right? So making a flexible neck might be a little bit tricky, but I think we can do it. We can do it. Oh, what's this? We got the links. I don't want to click them because I'm going to screw up my chat with you guys. And Camel's laughing. Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah, good. I'm gonna get the play-by-play from Nick, so that'll be good. All right. So between these camels, I think we got a pretty good vibe going on. So like kind of, I really like this camel down here. You keep her around. It won't be like a segmented neck. That's right, Adamander. It could be. It all really depends. What I might end up doing is, when I'm working with puppets, we've definitely seen our limitations and the problems with it, as opposed to key animation. But key animation is going to take a lot of more work and a lot of time. What I could do is make a neck like this, right? And with that, we might be able to translate into this a little bit easier. But that's actually a lot more planning than I've ever done, so. I think this will work. I think we're gonna go with something like this right there. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. So we're gonna build, guys. That's what we're gonna build. Keep him down there, just so we don't forget. There we go. Oh, nice. Okay. All right, so let's take him a little bit further. Let's do it. I think he's at the right size. I think so. Yeah, and I think it'll be funnier if they're kind of off the ground, because we actually have it animated so the guy jumps up on him. So that'll be like funny. If he's like, oh, sorry about that. He's like way down here, and he's like, whoa! He has to jump up. All right, here we go. Cool. All right, this is where I go a little bit. I start drawing things in actual separate parts. But so it's a little bit weird, but you guys will be with me. Anyone who's seen it before, kind of what we'll be doing. I'm gonna kind of want to start with the head, because the head denotes all the personality. And how I do the head is, let's see here. Start with this part here. Give him some hair. This is where like a lot of the fun, different things pop out of the design, right? Because you can just have fun and give him a nose. I don't know. I don't think camels really happy. Are they happy animals? I don't think this one will be. This one is not too happy. It's kind of funny is with the mounts, when you're not using them, they just fall asleep. So they look really, they look like they're like narcoleptic. They just like kind of flop over and start snoring, which I kind of find funny. They're always waiting for. They're always waiting for you to come ride them. All right. There we go. That's a camel nose. I got this goofy looking nose. That's okay. I don't know if that's too many curves. It might be. Periodic fan updates. Let's see here. If I click this and it goes wrong, I have to be really careful. Oh, dude. Awesome. You're doing the hammer growl. That's cool. That's very cool. So Rob, if you want, I can send you like a fan art package that is just all the stuff in game, like the big images we use. I don't know if that'll help, but I'd love to see your interpretation anyways. Cool. So we're gonna do this for our camel's face. What a handsome beast. What a handsome beast. Got some sandy brown here, camel brown. Always change it later, I suppose. Cool. It's still too yellow. Not very good with colors, as people have constantly been telling me. Oh, yes. I'll do that. I don't know if I can do that. I can do that now. Like, I don't know if you guys want to see the exciting bit of me emailing Rob. I don't. Yeah, you guys see it all the time. See emails. I will send that to you, Rob, though. Don't you worry. I think it's not gonna work. Let's try dark like this. Oh, I kind of like that. There we go. Not a huge change, but enough of one anyways. Cool. Again, don't draw all the fur. Just draw a couple hairs. And he's already rough. Man, what a beast. Alright, cool. Let me get right into shading. What I'm gonna do. Camel attacks. Oh my god. This is a gif. Oh boy. Holy crap. Holy crap. That's like a velociraptor. That is a crazy attack. You guys can see it. Look at that. Tosses him away. Wow. Probably can't have our camel do that in the game. Now I'm even more scared of him. That's terrifying. Thanks for the link, Grim. Oh man. Right, here we go. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. Alright. Sure that I make sure that the eyes are always plain white, so they show up really nice in our engine with all that bloom. And I flatten it so it handles the PSD better. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Cool. So let's get some camel ears. I'm gonna show you guys how I get some camel ears going. Okay. I always like big, dumb ears. I know camel ears are probably smaller because it's not practical to have giant ears like this. But that's okay. Yeah, that is. That's really scary. I guess they weren't being very nice to that camel or something. Or maybe the camel's just a giant jerk, right? Okay, there we go. These might not work. But let's draw them anyways because it takes a short to draw them and finish them than it does to just sit there and hum and ha if we need to do it. Alright. Put some lighter color in there. That'll work. So let's just see how this looks. See, so the problem is when you draw stuff like this, you get this big hard fat border over everything and nothing really lines up, but we have a secret for that. No problem. Just flatten it and pick the color that it's going to be resting on. Color it in there. Look at that. Seamless. Beautiful camel ear. And just give him another one. Look at that. Whew. Beautiful. Hey, Kai107. That's great. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm glad you find this interesting. You got the outlines of one layer and the coloring beneath, yeah? The layer mask on shading and highlighting. That is correct, Grim. I don't do highlights, I just do a shadow layer. Which is, yeah, there's kind of a mess over here. You can't see my hand. On the far side. Hey, there's Zephyr. How's it going? There's Zephyr. Necrodancer, Japanese rep, I want to say. How's it going, Zephyr? Pleasure to see you here on the cast. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today we're drawing mounts for Viking Squad. Oh, there it is. We're drawing war mounts for Viking Squad, and we're having a great time. We're having a great time. And we had a quick question about the way that I draw, but yes, it's outlines and in outlines base. I do an outer outline. It's all pretty simple. I'm actually gonna do a dev blog probably next week, maybe, on just how we do it, so I can reference people to that. Hey there, the Lord Nikon. Welcome back. Highlights are for rich folk. That's right, Molten Egg. We gotta save money, cut corners somehow. All right, so I'm gonna work on the neck now. Sometimes when you're drawing like this, which is not very often because this is a weird kind of way of drawing, I make a new layer. I kind of just knock it back. As you can see, that everything is kind of below, and then I draw on top of it, and it's gonna live underneath it. Oops, black. Sorry you missed last week. That's okay. It's on there. Hey there, Kai107. Welcome to the squad. Thanks so much for making Ragnarok scream. Big shout out. We love it. We love it when we get new people in the squad. Come by every Wednesday. Draw some fun stuff like camel mounts. Let's see here. Use this. Right. So this neck might be replaced later, but that's okay, because we can draw fast, right? Here we go. So outline. Let's get a bit of this bush, a bit of this neck bush. Yeah. Cool. So right now it looks like it doesn't really match, but it will. Cool. Take that up. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so there we go. Still there. It's over its head. That's okay. That beats up the line so it all matches. I can hop in and I can clean it up a bit. So, what other mount ideas are y'all thinking of? We have quite a few. We just didn't want to show you every mount we have going on. But currently we have 2 in the game. They're working and they're a lot of fun. We did pick the more obscure one to show you guys today, which is fine. It's like, yeah, we're just making this Viking game and you can ride camels, and then everybody's going to be like, that doesn't make any sense, guys. What are you doing? So we'll put this underneath his head. Look at that. Oh, so proud. Proud camel. Yeah, we have some ideas. There's about maybe 4 to 5 zones, so we're going to be thinking about a couple mounts for each zone. Different ways of fighting in the game. All cool. Generic horses? I actually don't think we have horses up here, because those things are such a pain to animate. We like big, dumb, shaggy things that we can cover up with lots of fur, because Jesse's not very good at animating. Alright. Take off his head for a second there, and let's give him like a nice big... It's a nice big furry bits. Too much. Good old Control Z. If anyone ever argues why traditional's better than digital, just tell them what Control Z does, because holy crap, is it ever a lifesaver. Think that might work? Not bad. Looks like he might have a butt on his neck. We can probably fix that later. Muskox. Oh, polar bear, a walrus. Yes, you do remember correctly, Zephyr. There is an ice zone. Riding a walrus would be pretty rad. Or narwhal. You can draw that. Let's remember these things. So, okay, here we go. This is probably what riding a narwhal would look like. There we go. Yes. And of course we gotta put a Viking on it. And a saddle, for one thing. Okay, how can you ride anything with a saddle? This is just for the notes. With some good advice. Go. Yeah. Kaylee says he just slides on the ground. That's good. That's good. Let's do it. I was like zipping across. Well, Zephyr's asking if walrus is more reasonable. Maybe. Then again, we've never really been too concerned about that. There you go. Look at that. Let's throw on a generic stick Viking, just so you guys can get the idea. How's that out? We'll have to animate a thing. That's right. You know what's up, Gord. You know what's up. Want to animate anything? Like check this out. Right. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yes. Yeah, that is a good idea. Right. Along the ice, spearing through dudes. It's a good idea. Let's keep that. Let's file that away. I guess a walrus would be more reasonable. You like that idea? Yeah, we got this like scrawny Viking going on. He's like wearing tights. Let's fix him. Let's fix him a little bit. He's got the tacit kind of thing going on. Da-da-da! Just runs a little bit long. You guys got the idea though, right? I'm gonna write this down in case no one knows what I'm doing. I think that's how you spell it. You're right, Zafir. A walrus would be great as well, and probably fit the style of the things I got going on now. So let's keep the narwhal here for inspiration. What's up? Lee Perry, how's it going, man? That's Lee Perry, formerly CEO of Bitmonster, formerly lead game designer at Epic. So if anyone's rocked out Gears of War, they have him to thank for the fun time you had. Welcome, Lee Perry. How's it going, man? Great hearing from you. It has been a while. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, I really appreciate that. I met Lee Perry about 2.5 years ago at Seattle Indie Expo, which was really awesome. And we went again this year, which was really cool too. Alright, so now we're back. We're back. Well, today we're drawing mounts. I'm coming up with great mount ideas. The chat's been very helpful with this one we got. Maybe we'll draw some more for fun later, just so we don't forget. It's always good to remember to draw for those guys. Alright, again we're going to turn on our screen. We're going to get another, probably some under... There we go. Oh. That's right. Yeah, when I'm not filming The Hangover 4, I love drawing for you guys. Or G-Force 2. That's the one he did with the guinea pigs. Yeah, I know. I know my. Or performing at the Purple Onion. Yeah, I know my Zach Galifianakis. All right, so this is just gonna be another part we can use to articulate. I find that what ends up happening is we join it here and here, and I kind of just like mash it around, and it ends up kind of working. Look at that, RX Grim. That's right, you know what's up. Lee Perry, Merle Mage, who's my girlfriend, she's in the chat. She loves Gears more than I do, and I do love Gears a lot. And so she's that's very, very cool. So thank you very much, Lee Perry, from everyone here who's ever rocked out one of your great games. Up on it like a snowboard and go coasting. Ractus says, this narwhal, I believe she's talking about. Oh, where did he go? Kookurb, sorry. Welcome to the squad, man. Thanks so much for making that hawk scream. Every time Ragnahawk gives out a bellow, makes everybody here at Slick feel great. TX Andy, thank you so much for joining the squad. Welcome to the squad. Every Wednesday. 1, 2, 3, 4. Molten ink. I'm assuming as a baby, right? As a baby of some sort. And it's trying to draw with a baby. That sounds tough, Molten ink. Very tough. Now what I might do with this to keep separation is use the darker tone here that I got out of my shadows. Now the shadows I use aren't black. They used to be black because I was a total chump. But they're actually a really dark purple. Or blue, sorry, blue. Yeah, a really dark blue. You can really tell, but that's the way the shadows are. 40. Cool. Fire that out. Yeah, okay, cool. Bacco Samedi, welcome to the squad. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks for making that hawk scream. Making my Wednesday, folks. Every time we got someone joining the squad. Numbers are getting bigger and bigger, and we're loving it. Driumph, welcome to the squad. Thanks so much for joining, making that hawk scream. Big fans of that. With our buddies at Power Up Audio, hooked us up with that beautiful hawk scream. I wish I could draw like that. Legendary. Oh, Kakai 107. Thanks so much. It's probably one of the only things I'm good at, so I'm gonna Keep doing it. But thanks so much. I really, really appreciate that. Okay. If anyone has any other goofy ideas for mounts, we can draw them because that doesn't take too long to sketch them out. Post. This is awesome. I always assumed you worked in PostScript formats. Are you? Is Lee Perry talking to you, Nick? PostScript formats. I'm kind of confused. Oh, he thinks I'm. I see. I see. Yeah, Nick vectorizes my shit. Yeah, Lee, you may think it looks all cool and fun in games, but you can ask Nick what it's like working with me, because I'm pretty sure it's terrible, as he just screamed out. Nick has a thing. We actually have to show this. But Nick has a thing that actually goes through the game and takes all the art and fits it properly, like things that I should be doing on the regular. It shaves so many megabytes off the executable. It's just crazy. Now this is the hump. This is the most important part of our camel, and I'm nailing it. I'm nailing it right out of the park. Good question. How do you know where to put the shading? Okay, let's do it. Let's go over some shading. It's always my shading example for Kai. We're gonna draw something that's fun to shade. It's gonna be a really fat bird. Yes, one of my favorite things to shade is this bird. So can we ride Ragnarok? What's going on? What's going on? Okay. Oh, look, it's coming. Molten ink. There we go. Yes. This is just how. This isn't a mount. This is just how I shade. I'm just showing Kai how I shade, because it doesn't take very long. Second my. All right, Kai. This is what's up. Now, whenever I draw, and this is how I always pick the shading. So draw whatever you're drawing. In this case, that bird. These are the birds outside my house that Sherry feeds too much. Okay, so this is obviously a bird. Is it singing? Great. Basically, Kai, whenever I shade, I just always shade from the same position. Don't do this. I'm just telling you how I do it. This is like where the light is. So when I shade, I just always do everything from the top right. And it's super cheap and it's super cheating, but it's actually one of the more interesting places light can be from. Because it's kind of like your sun. It's like you feel it on your face. So let's basically just carve out light from that angle. See? Yeah. There we go. We'll put him down. Oh no, he's being attacked by the narwhal now. That's okay. Yeah, so it's kind of like top right. It's kind of how I do it. All right, let's go back to our hump. Work on this hump. Okay. Turn this back to the sandy brown. Yeah. There we go. I switched to a little bit thicker so I can get a little bit fatter details here. No problem, Kai 107. It's a pretty easy way to shade. You're gonna get a much better effect if you take a little bit longer than I do. Yeah, you saw the work you did in the last minute. If you wanted. Zafir asks, "What other zones do we have, or is that all a secret?" Chard68, welcome to the squad. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for making that Hawk scream. Making our Wednesday here. Slick Entertainment. As we work on Viking Squad, drawing camel mouths. Well, Zafir, we got an ice flow level, we have a snow claw level, so a lot of Arctic stuff. We have a spooky forest. It's going to be very spooky and very cool. Hey, Hans Reaper, it's going well. Thank you so much for asking. It's going great. Like a Wednesday where you can draw camels? Like, right? What else could you ask for? Okay. Looking good. Let's get in there and shade this. I think I might actually do something that I rarely do, and I started doing it recently, and I wish I did it earlier in the project, which is how working on games and stuff always is, by the way. I'm going to probably do the color of the bottom of him a little bit darker while I color the top. Alright, cool. Can you show us your brush properties? Shard68 asks for brush properties. I guess all it is a 6 pixel regular brush with sensitivity, and I'm drawing on a Cintiq. Like it's like yeah. So it's basically it's just default. It's both. It's both, Zephyr. Give me a swamp mount, okay, Zephyr. That's your job. Your job right now, Zephyr. Yeah. So it's just the default brushes. It's just a very comic book style, cartoony style way of doing things. I don't have any fancy brushes. People ask for my brushes, and I'd be glad to give them to them, but it's just they're right there in Photoshop. If you have a copy of Photoshop, of course. Sea serpent mounts would be awesome. Matt Napers. Matt Napers 18. How's it going, my UK buddy? That's Matt Napers, everybody. He actually named Ragnarok. How cool is that? It's the coolest, I'll tell you that much. I think this'll work. Let's see. Throw the neck on there. Probably gonna grab this. I'm probably gonna color. Whoops. Probably gonna color it a little bit darker. This color here. There we go. Muddy. Whoops. Sorry about that. There we go. Yeah. I think that'll work. I think I might need to balance it out a little bit more. Lungfish. Yeah. Wheat. Cintiqs are great, ungodly expensive. That's right, I'm deity. They are expensive. But if your job involves drawing every day, you owe it to yourself to get you one, right? Right? They are really expensive, though. Because there's not really a lot of competition. You know why? It's because of this guy. These are unpowered pens, and Wacom has a patent on it, and nobody else can make them because of the patent. Yeah, eel mounts and swamps. Oh, it'd be gross. Lungfish, crocodile, alligators are your absolute favorite animals. Cool, very cool, Zephyr. Surface Pro. That's right, Molten Ink. That's not fair though, Rob. You're real art savvy. Excuse me. Drink of water. Surface Pro. Excuse me. I believe Digi has one of those. Kaylee has one of those. Our designer has a Surface Pro. Again, this is sitting there, so let's make these neck parts blend in a little bit better. Not gonna be a problem, guys. Don't worry. Here we go. Do a crescent shape. Look at that. It's like his neck belongs there. See that? Without, with. Way better. I think there's gonna be no denying. I'm gonna move Kai Kai's bird. Bird will sit there. And we're gonna take off its light because we all know where the light is. And bird will sit comfortably there on that camel. Best mobile platform I ever used. Oh, very cool. Services have horrible. Oh man, Matt Napers. There's so much going on in the chat. Sorry, can't follow. Can't follow. That's cool though. I like that. Let's add a little bit more wear and tear on the old camel. Let's see. Not bad. Not bad. Cool. Let's throw that on again, and we're gonna make the flanks. My favorite part. Anyone see my older stuff? All I would draw is mounts because I love big monsters you ride. I don't know what it's from, but I really dig it. So we're gonna put this here. Probably the shape we're gonna do. Sit there. Probably gonna do this. I'm gonna rough this in, and we're gonna go over it again because camels need a bunch of articulation. But music is great. I love it. Awesome. That's Gel in the Pit. Check it out. It's very, very cool. He's also doing all of our music for Viking Squad. As we get closer and closer to Chip, we're going to be playing more and more Viking Squad music on the channel, which will be great. This is all great stuff. This is Gord's other stuff. It's Smarter Everyday stuff. That's really cool. If anyone's seen that great YouTube channel, Gord's traveled with those guys, I believe. Correct me, Gel in the Pit, if I am wrong. Gord's gone places with them, done amazing, amazing sound work with Smarter Everyday. A great super YouTube channel. Oh. Interesting, I'm deity. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, cool. Matt Neighbors wants a polar bear. That would be god tier. To ride a polar bear. We already have like polar bear creatures in the game called snow claws. Actually, let's see if we can find one. Find one. We're gonna find one. Go to, I think that's, yeah, let's go to the challenge. Where are we? There we go. Okay, sorry about the little... Oh, jeez, he's stabbing me. So these are the snowclaw guys. They're like really mean, but they're like polar bear guys. Oh, gee. And they're beating the hell out of me. There we go. Yeah. There's a penguin. Let's see if we can get the penguin. Oh yeah, I gotta turn my lighting on. Lighting. Yes. There you go. I also gotta zoom out a little bit because this isn't exactly what the levels are. Yeah. So maybe I guess we do a polar bear, but we already have like these polar bear dudes. There we go. Boom. Boom. He's just walking around. Cool. These will work. I think I only need to draw this one too. I can just duplicate. I can just duplicate it over. I'm gonna shake a bird. I'm gonna shade a bird. There you go, Chard68. You get shading birds. You shade a bird just like a kai bird. It's totally what the bird is. It's a kai bird. Kai bird. All right, here we go. Working on these legs, these sexy camel legs. This picture's I guess got big pads, right, for running in the sand. What's up? The shoulders? Yeah. Nick just said that's a very good idea. We can draw these way less high. So let's save some texture space. And we'll draw them down here. That's important to know, because not everybody has a Nick that can fix all your crappy too large art. Remember, do that. We've learned so much in 5 minutes. Oh my goat. Well, there's oh, the Kevin Penguins, that's right. Kevin Penguins, that's right. If Zafir is referring to Kevin, one of our audio guys, when he made those penguins and he had to sit there howling like a penguin into a microphone for a while. Got a little bit crazy. I need to knock this down a bit because it's a bit too high. There we go. Now we can see what we're working on. There we go. Yeah, what mine's where's Goatherd? I don't know. Good question, Nick. That's a really good question. Goatherd was our Alaskan actual goatherd that would come into the chat and talk to us. But now she's gone. She must be out herding goats. I believe it's a she. I'm pretty sure it's a she. I have been known to always screw that up, so. Look at this. This will work well. Alright. Throw this down. Throw that down. Boom. Maybe that's it. It's goat season and she's just super busy. He's just hunting goats? Is that kind of mean? Like, is it easy? Too easy to hunt goats? I don't know. Oh. I think to keep the motif going, I'm going to actually take this darker color pattern thing I got going on, and I might bring it into everything past a certain moat. Like a certain area. So we'll throw it there. Cool, let's get a little bit more layers in it. Yeah, I think it'll work. Right, flatten that down. Let's get this going. Let's carve out the black lines in certain areas. There we go. Now it looks like it's a little bit more natural, a little bit more blended in. More, yeah, will do. And as we've saw before, we just throw this other one back here. Look at that. Yeah, that's 2 legs. Yeah, goat hunter. We're also wanting goat mounts. Could be fun, right? Yeah, Kevin screaming penguin noises was pretty awesome. There's another really cool game dev thing you guys should follow or at least check out the odd time. That's going to be Power Up Audio on Slick. They work on a ton of games, ours included, and they build great stuff. Definitely check them out. Definitely check them out. Easy to find. We should actually attach them in our Twitch thing or something. We're still new to Twitch, so forgive us. That's right. 21 UX. My weapon of choice. Okay, cool. Now let's work on those goofy little legs. This was going to be cool because we're actually going to save some texture space by just reusing at least the front legs. Back legs are all over the place. So I'm just turning things on and on to find out where they are. And hopefully we can get a lot of this done soon, and then I can just actually hook them up, and you guys can see how I hook up skeletons and stuff in the editor, and that'll be pretty cool, I think, anyway. So if you guys are ever working with something like Spriter? Spriter? Yes. Spine, sorry. If you're working with something like Spine, you'll have a little bit of an idea on, that didn't work. Yes. I think I can like the cheek. Oh, let's leave the cheek. We'll come back to it. Dude, make like a donkey that looks like a mount, but won't move when you get on. That's a pretty good idea there, Molten Ink. Riding a yak. Well, Matt Neighbors, you might be surprised to know we do have a yak in the works. You guys are good. I like this, like the donkey's funny if he's just stubborn, or maybe whenever you get on him. Oh yeah, actually let's do that, just so I don't forget. That'd be really funny. If there's like a donkey, draw the donkey first. Obviously, this is how you draw a donkey, everybody. There we go. Big ears, big jackass ears. There we go. So this is what we do. This is the donkey, but when you get on him, there we go. Yes. Oh, so good. Okay, he gives you like a boot whenever you hop on him. How cool would that be? Boom. You know what? Zephyr, I think I can be quite sure. And let's just borrow this Viking. There we go. That's what happens when you jump on. Yes. Gives you the boot. That's what's going on. Yes. There we go. That's what happens when you jump on the donkey. Gives you a huge kick. Huge kick. Pretty good. Realism is overrated. That's correct. Polar bears. Yeah. Yak squad. Yeah. Sounds like puking or something awful. Alright. Light up our little separator. And we're going to work on some camel knees. You guys didn't wake up this morning knowing you were going to be working on some camel knees, did you? Here. Oops. That's what you do. Every Wednesday. Work on cool stuff. It's cool guys. Again, like I know I always say it, but you guys in the chat are the best. So friendly. So helpful. Great. It's a great experience, I gotta say. Now, I might want to use this lighter color? I don't know. Let's see. This looks like bones. Like he's like a skeleton leg. I don't know if that'll work. Excuse me. Maybe just stick with a brown. Yeah, I guess they're all brown. I had a tendency to just, if anyone's seen my stuff I normally do, which you can check out if you just type my handle, which is Joust, into the old internet, you can see that I have a tendency to go a little bit overboard with a lot of my designs. It's something I've had to learn while making a game with so much stuff in it. You can't always go that way. That'll work. And with this guy here, we can actually keep it. Hey, I want to say Delighty, welcome to the squad. Thanks so much for making that Hawk screen, making me happy, making us happy here at Slick. Every Wednesday, for 2 hours, we stream the coolest lane-based brawler ever made, Viking Squad art. And now we're making that camel mount. And the camel's got a lot of pieces, so bear with me. Luckily, we've been able to break it up with some exciting mount ideas. Donkey, let's write donkey. Donkey. That's so I don't forget. In case I forget what that is. Giant fat Viking on all fours as a mount. That's really good, Lee. Mr. Lee Perry. Awesome ideas. Just an obese Viking that you waddle around on. Awesome. Awesome. Actually, we can do that, Lee. Just so I don't forget, right? So that's why we draw. We draw so we don't forget. Let's have this. And here we go. Mm-hmm. There we go. Big fat Viking. He has like a little axe. Here's his beard. And he's like a little bit dumb. He's like just kind of slumping forward. This is Lee Perry's Fat Viking mount. Remember, guys, we'll just keep borrowing this narwhal mount. We'll just keep putting it on everything. And look at the time we saved with this Viking mount. There we go. Now we'll call this one. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, a little bit sloppy there. There we go. I'll just say for Lee Perry. There we go. Oh yeah, Hodor. That's right. Brodor. He'll say that. Brodor. Look at that. Dun-dun-dun. Man, you know what's really cool? We can have a little bit of a war here. Yeah, there we go. Got some definite contenders for new mounts for Viking squad. Now on to the important thing, which is camel shins. Camel shins. Now this, I think I'm going to make it a little bit flexible so that we can pull up and pull down and change the length of the legs, because that might be important. Yeah, that looks so good, right, man? It'd be funny if we just make like a race of giant Vikings. They're called Hodors, and they just carry around. Funny. Yes, that's right, we need dangles. I think the dangle that's going to be on this guy is going to be the tail. The tail could dangle. Of course, what Rob is referring to is, if you look at our hammer right here, this cool little area there, that's actually on a bone. Oops. Damn it. That's actually on a bone. It looks like this. That actually swings with physics. And we can attach that to a lot of things. Like her hair is actually the same way. It's super fun. You get a lot of fun things going on. Actually, let's see if we can load her in. Go to the dojo. It's super bright in here. He has like a nuclear beard. So let's hey, there we go. We have our village music by Gord right there. If you actually look at our hammer girl, if you see my mouse, this area here, zoom in. Yeah. See that? That's a dangle right there. That's on a bone. How cool is that? The coolest. Give him a stomp, lady. Boom! Cool. So that's what we got with dangles, and it's great. Super fun in the game. Camel shins. There we go. Computer having a little bit of a hang up. Alright, here we go. I think I'm gonna make the toe a little bit darker. The pad, the sandy pad. No, I think that's actually a Gord track. No, I think the music the music you're referring to is just I'm just playing Viking Squad music in the background. Yeah, that's actually just yeah. Yeah, that's actually the full track. All right, these camel shin. Okay. And eventually, guys, you send me a photo of one of the Vikings so I can cosplay her or him. Photo of the Vikings. Zafir, I will send you the same thing I'm going to be sending Rob, if you'd like. It's just all the stuff that we got in the game so far. That'd be pretty rad. Cosplay is super, super awesome. Super cool stuff. This is off the Rogue Legacy soundtrack. And I think it's the end song. Oh, it's so good. It's so pretty, Gord. Pretty. Love this track. Gord also did sound design and a pile of music for Rogue Legacy. Everybody knows that game, right? Everybody knows that game. Okay, cool. Just duplicate these bad boys. Yes. I can flatten those. Just almost there, almost there. Yes. Check that out. I will. Yeah, definitely wait till the next Necrodancer stuff. Necrodancer is coming out super quick. Don't have the exact release date, but it's going to be out super soon. So, everybody keep an eye out. Turn these off now. Everybody keep an eye out for Necrodancer coming out, built by the insanely talented Ryan Clark and co. At Brace Yourself Games. Those guys are awesome, and it's been great working with them, that's for sure. I think I'll add a bit more roughness to that camel. Yeah. Right now, let's work on the middle part, I guess. Ah, he's got nubs. Oh yeah, I know. You're right. That's right, Merle Mage. I need to give him. You're right. I shouldn't be mean. I should give him feet first. Let's give him some. Move my little layer down. And for the pads, they need to be. I think they need to be like this, basically. Kind of like that. I think that's kind of like a camel foot. It'll be a lot more helpful if I make them flat though, because our game is 2D. So I think we'll do this. I think that'll work. Might be too big. Actually, I kind of like the way they look. Those look great. Let's do it. Fubs, Gord is a pretty man making pretty music. That's right. Gord. Actually, you can see an amazing picture of Gord on the Power Up Audio website. It's probably my favorite picture ever. It's of Gord smashing a watermelon with a hammer, and it's epic. Actually, he's also there's a picture of him in our dev stream picture. Same picture, I believe. We had to grab it, you know. All right. Knock that down to 40. Cool. Let's shade the toes. Merp, 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 merp. Bam! Done. Toes shaded. We're on a roll, people. We're on a roll. Yes. Oh, it blends so well. Mark. There we go. There you go. No more nubs, Merle Mage. Now he's like this crazy. He's like a two-legged camel monster. That's good. Hey there, Divine the Killer. Erica from the Bay Area. Welcome back. Always good to see you. Hope you've been well. I believe you're still attending art school or something. I think that's going on. I think that's what I'm remembering. Not too sure though. Oh, we got the Kirby being thrown down by Zephyr. That's the Kirby. So I think you know what I might need to do is actually attach a different neck, which is fun because we have these awesome skin selectors. Let's give this a quick save because I gotta do a quick save. Mount. Camel. Sorry, my naming conventions are notoriously the worst in the industry, so I need to. Okay, cool. So I put this cheesecloth. I'll call it cheeseclothing. That makes it sound like way cooler. Put cheesecloth over this layer so I can actually start building the rest of this camel without being interfered with. And I actually have a pre-made. Saddle, so I'm going to use that because if all the saddles look the same, that'll be very helpful. Okay, crank that, make that a little bit bigger, regular size. So the resolution's a bit screwed, but it'll still fit. Right there. Yes. There we go. Cool. That'll probably stick out, cover his butt a good portion. That's cool. Let's see here. Cover that up. Yeah. So right now I'm just thinking what needs to actually be covered. Core classes at the moment, then transfer. You're at art school, but I don't like art. Fubzo, what's going on, buddy? Oh, design in the super cool workshop. Very, very cool. So this I kind of make. I'll stretch out here, so if we ever need to, probably won't need to make it that big. No, we might though. We want to stretch them out or something. This will work. Liking segue. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Lee Perry. That is right. A Viking Segway. I wonder what that looks like. I guess I've never really drawn a Segway before. I think it's like rough out a Segway anyways. Right? That's kind of a Segway. I'm like squinting because I'm trying to think what a Segway looks like. There we go. Whoops. That's totally a Segway. It obviously has like a cow skull in the front because that's way more badass. Yeah. Okay, there you go. And let's Segway and throw it down here. Cool. And then let's put this Viking on the Segway. There we go. Man, look how lazy I am. There he is. Ta-da! Awesome. Cool. Nice sleep area. There you go. We got a Viking Segway. Alright. Skull is a must. That is correct. Oh, digging that saddle. Thank you, Mermage. I've drawn a lot of saddles, as as you're aware of. Yeah. Constant drawing monsters that people ride around. That's the design I've come up with for my saddles. No problem, Lee. No problem. So, this is going to be trickier. I'm going to have to probably take this and put it underneath everything, just so I can see what actually shows up. So you actually see what we need to shade. Boom. Look at that. Actually, probably not too much. So let's just, some of this, bit of the colors there, bit of colors there, and there. Yes. This is this is some Viking stuff from Gord again. Ow. Very cool stuff. Flatten that down. Are you closing? No. I wasn't closing my eyes. I was squinting because I was trying to remember what a Segway looks like, because they're not exactly the most popular mode of transportation. Now here comes like a long shot. Nope, not gonna work. Probably gonna have to draw a new one. No, I don't know. Well, let's see. That actually doesn't look too bad. But let's take a look at our camel up here. This is a good picture of the bone layout. Let's draw it in a nice neon green color so we can remember this. Got a bone there, joint there, joint there, joint there, and then this foot. Wow. How many got the layers? Haha, put these in layer groups. I would, but it's just too much. Too much, Lee. Let's warp this around. Okay, so that's kind of what I need to do. And I think that'll actually work. Okay, cool. We don't need to draw a thigh. We're just gonna use that thigh. It's gonna work awesome. Cool. Thanks, camels, for being designed like that, I guess. Turn on the cheese. Move the cheese over. Now we need to draw the fun back parts. Now it's got to be sitting flat, so I'll draw a guide first. Little shift key, making the feet line up there. And what's cool is I think we can actually squish them if we need to. If we need to be shorter. They sell Segways in Metrotown. I better get to Metrotown and buy my Segway. I'm thinking the best thing to buy for the Slick office here, which is, you're basically seeing the whole thing behind me, was a Segway, so we can get around the office quicker. Let's see here. I think I'm going to have to rough this in. 1, 2, and the same foot, right? No problem. I think that actually works. Okay, that might need to be a little bit longer. That's okay, we can just do this. A little bit funny. A little bit funny. I don't know. This might need to go forward a bit, which is fine. There we go. I think that's what's going on. Yeah. Okay. Where downtown are we? We're actually near Waterfront, Zephyr. That's where we are hanging out. Kabam's down here. All the cool kids are down here by Waterfront. Coal Harbor. Yeah, I guess that sounds way cooler than Water. Coal Harbor. That's where we are. Okay. Do it. I think that's gonna work. If you make this part knobby enough, we can probably just get away with anything. That's famous. That's going on my tombstone. That quote. Good quote. Boom boom. Alright. Knobby knee. Problem. I mean, excuse me. Sorry about that. Press the wrong button. It happens. Happens to the best of us. And me. Boom. Boom. Alright. Alright. Okay, okay, okay. Here we go. What's cool is I think we're gonna be able to... You might make a game, it's called The Fight Is On. Really, Danny boy? You might make a game called The Fight Is On. Well, you should just make a game. Don't might make anything. Cool though. Sounds like a pretty good name for a game. I like fighting games. Not the hottest at them, but I'm a fan. You know, I always like the characters most in fighting games. They just had like a goofy story, player story. Probably clip that in. And these are the knees, so they get a lot of wear, so let's give them some wrinkles. That'll work. This'll work, people. No problem. Gotta go way back here. Under there. Nice. Cool. Turn on the cheese again. I think this needs to be a longer one. But I think we finally got the articulation right. Ask Nick. I always get the articulation on animals wrong. I just draw them like regular. Bit late, but Viking Segway needs shield wheels. Oh! Roger, man. But you saved us. You saved our Viking Segway. This is actually... I don't recommend standing on a Segway like this. I'll draw my nefarious Pokemon shields that everyone says I draw. I've been drawing shields like that for a while. And I'm a little older than Pokemon. A little. There we go. I think it's the colors that gets people. So there you go. Actually, that's awesome. Kind of into this Viking Segway, Lee. And thanks for bringing me back there, Fudger Man. Cool, cool. All right. This is gonna be the best camel I've drawn, I think. Hands down. Pads down. Camel pads down. All right. Okay. Oh, hit tab. Tab makes it really clean screen. Actually, I should probably be doing that, but I kind of rely on my layers too much. Maybe one day I'll be good enough that I can just draw without any windows. Up we go. Update from Molten Ink. Yes, look at that. Oh, you got the ink going on. Very, very cool. And the cracks. Awesome, Rob. That's looking great, man. In case no one's clicking on it. Yes. Yes. Doing our Hammer Maiden. So cool. As I scroll around. Very, very cool. Thanks so much, Rob. Rob? Drawn well, we're drawn. Everyone's drawn together. Great. So cool. Thanks so much, Rob. Really appreciate it. Excited to see the final product. You finish it. If not, hey, that's cool too, man. That is cool. And yeah, Danny Boy 724. I recommend making games. It's a lot of fun, a lot of work, the hardest work you'll ever do, but it is a blast. Do this behind the knuckle we just made. There. Cool. And now we just need to take this knuckle and add one of these to it. That fits perfectly. Yes. Yes. Okay, cool. That'll work. And let's just throw that guy there. This guy there. That's actually, I think that actually might work. In fact, let's grab these. Let's see here. Sorry, I just gotta find the right one here. Okay, so it's this one. Let's see, I'll just put it down here. Here we go. Copy that. Throw it back here. And put this underneath this. And let's darken it just so we know what's behind him. Cool. Cool. One more thing. Most important part of the camel is his tail. Let's do it. You just know the software, says Danny. Thank you so much for dropping by, Kakai. 1:23 a.m. Thanks so much for coming by. That's that early. Holy cow. That is late at night. Thank you so much, Kakai. Really appreciate you dropping by, and thank you so much for the follow. Okay. That thing came to, that tail came together nice and quick. So boom. Alright. Now throw in those shadows. Boom. Boom. 40. Boom. Okay. I'm also gonna sync up right now. Sync up. I'm gonna turn this off. 1 second. Oops. Sorry about that. It hangs a little bit. Just focus on the camel butt that I've zoomed in. Okay. Cool. Yeah, software is a little bit tough to get a hold of, Danny. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of free ways to make a game now, though. 1 second here. I gotta do a sync up. 10-month matinee. Yeah, I guess UK. I guess right. That's the time it is. Thanks a lot for hanging around. You at least got to hang around to see the camel get made. Okay, updating that for a while I finish this camel tail. Left you guys with the camel butt. Very, very nice of me. Okay. That tail's gonna be great. And the tail's gonna live right there. Okay, cool. We can get rid of this thing now. Right. Not bad. Bad. Okay, cool. So we got our camel going on. Right now, I think it's time to like make it. We're gonna put it in the game. I don't know how exactly we can get the neck working, but we're gonna put it in the game, and we can always add that after. I think I actually need to fix this. This part of him is actually bugging me. So let's chop that part off, and that actually looks a lot better. Cool. Cool. So now you guys see how we build camels. You're slick. So what I do now is gather up. I get rid of all the extra superfluous stuff. I kind of like what we have going on here, so I'll put that aside. Put the bird down there. Okay. Put you above. So there's a bit of layer organization. So many layers, and this guy's kind of busy. He's got a lot of parts going on. That's okay though. Okay. Looks like we got them all. Awesome. So we select our camel. We duplicate him, flatten him. Check that out. This guy's all flat, and we're gonna use this guy as reference when we build our camel. So let's save him out. Always knock him down because he's really big. Like, look how big Jesse draws stuff. Oh, it's so big. This is actual pixels. So let's shrink him down. And we're gonna save it in our source files because we don't want to load all those in. So we'll call it camel. Camel, no problem. No problem. No mount neighbors. We actually have a couple mounts in the game. We just wanted to just show you this mount before. We want to perfect the mounts, and then we'll show you guys. Maybe next week we'll show you guys. And you'll be excited because you'll be able to see them, me running around with them. Them beating up enemies is going to be awesome. It's gonna be super cool. All right, so we got a bit of time. Let's put them in game. That'll be fun. But you have to go through the wonderful process of saving out stuff. Okay, though, you guys can bear with me, right? So, right. So this process here, I save out pieces. Let's go here. Mounts. So this will be a little bit of a process. Let's do it. Oh, you guys can kind of see pictures of the mounts we got going on already, but that's okay. Camel, mount, head. Safe. Okay. Now that we've put it in there, we can take it off. Say out the ear. So Matt, we have a couple. I'll just put it over there. We have a couple things going on. Couple of mounts happen. We want to get a bunch. We have a mount for a theme. We want the mounts to play a little bit differently. So this is a projectile mount. So this will actually spit it, guys, and that'll be fun. All that. Ears are done, so we just turn the ears off, right? Let's get this neck stump. So we're slowly cutting the camel apart into pieces that we can use to make them. Let's see here. Neck, we'll call it. Like a neck. Cool. See you later, neck. Now we'll call this one neck 2, because it's the second part of his neck. So your texture atlases end up looking pretty funny because you have all these strange, like, pieces hanging around there. Now he's a headless camel. Kind of grim. Alright, let's get that hump in there. No problem. Hump is in. Oh, that's a hump. It's a camel. Hump? I think every mount we've done has a big hump at the front. It's kind of like the style. And that's actually so we can keep the height. If you actually see the shield guy, like he has something to kind of go behind, it kind of balances out the image a little bit. So the narwhal can probably do that too. Well, keyboard shortcut opens a layer as a separate image. I'm actually, Damak asks, how am I opening a layer as a separate image? What I'm actually doing is, I'm Control A to select everything. Control C, Control N is new, and then Control V will paste it. And I have a shortcut linked to F8 that knocks it down 50%, so it looks a little bit better when I put it in half. This is going on. And the shoulder will be used a lot, which is good because we save some space there. Yeah, so these are just new files. I have a whole bunch of them hanging around at the end of the day when I'm done. Okay. Now the knuckles, little knee knuckles. Save you out. So sorry but this is kind of like part of the process when you're building puppets. You gotta make sure you name everything. This knee. Get rid of the knee parts. Okay, now let's get this shin. All this camel shin. Okay. Camel. Huh? Yeah, it should be okay. And with this one, we only use one foot, so let's just save the foot out. We're almost done. See, we have less than half a camel left. Let's see here. As you see, with just parts of camels is all you really end up with. Camel foot, I will call it. No problem. Now this is the camel gut. Let's save this out. Ping, all this. Camel mount, gut. Okay. Boom. As you remember, the saddle is already made for us, so we can just turn that off. The tail, let's save that out. Now see, it's kind of sitting funny. I think that I can kind of, I'll be a little bit nicer to next texture editor, and I'll rotate that so it fits into this texture a little bit easier. Okay, much easier. Alright. Tail. Off the tail. This was the shoulder, we can just turn that off. We're almost done. We have 2 more pieces. All this knee 2, because we already have a knee. That knee, there it is. turn you off. Alright, here's that shin, second shin. Go to. You did it, guys. We saved out every part. Did it. We saved out every part of our camel. Cool. And he's back. He's back in full force right there. There we go. Cool. So now let's build him. Let's build him. When it dies, you can just follow the pieces. Yeah, Pleasure Man. We were thinking about having something that could just ragdoll everything or blow the enemies apart. Pretty tricky. What percentage of random asset is your art versus the code? Hooking up functionality in game. Is there a huge backlog of art, or is Nick just as coding as you are with the art side? Let's see. It's between Kaylee, Nick, and I. Yeah, I think they can handle that question a lot better than I can. Which I believe they are trying to answer it right now. That's a really, really good question, though. I'm gonna open up a mount. Nick, did you say you made a mount puppet, or you just made a mount entity? Did you say you made a mount puppet, or you just made a mount entity? Okay, so I gotta make a new mount. Yeah. Okay. New mount. Mount camel. That's what we're doing, guys. Cool. Alright, let's turn on the grid. Oops. Collision for some reason. Okay, cool. Alright. The first thing we do is we bring in that one camel we made. It's gonna be right here. Boom. There he is. Don't worry, you weren't gone for too long. Alright. Now, let's take him. Knock back the opacity. Or draw bones on him. Make it so we don't. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a skeleton. I'm not the best rigger, but this is how we've been doing the skeletons. First thing I build is a big butt handle. This is something we can grab if we want to. I'm building it from scratch or with the game engine. Man, we're building it with our custom engine that's built by Nick Wanders, our coder, who's behind me over there. Haley Charchuk is our designer. He's Digidomo in the chat with us with the mod sword. First thing we got a butt handle. We'll call it handle. Next, I kind of build the core. I usually start from back there. Throw it there. And we'll just call this core. Spelt totally wrong because you know me. Now we do, from the core we can branch out to these rear thighs. Cool, right? This bone, we'll call it rear thigh. So this is just naming. You gotta make sure you can name things right. Rear shin. And you guessed it, rear foot. Now what's cool is I can actually take these bones here, copy them, and paste them. Boom. Look at that. We're already done. We're already done the back. And we can adjust that later. Now from the core, let's give him right here. This is important bone. This is where the guy's gonna sit. Our puppet is gonna talk to that bone and jump on it when he gets there. And we're gonna call that one main root bone. I think that's it. Oh, sweet. What we got? Look at that. Awesome. This is Rob's finished Viking squad. Very, very cool. Look at that. Got all the detail in there. Got her stone skirt. That's cool. Awesome. Thanks so much, Rob. It's awesome. Oh, check this out. I think we can go. So cool. Man, so much good art. Thanks so much, Rob. Thanks so much. Using puppet animation. I do. Sometimes, you know, we still got a little bit more. I might be able to do a little bit of something here. But yes, you guys can check that out if that's your fancy. That's what you guys like. Nick, is main root bone correct? I forget what it's called. Always forget. Yeah. Yeah, for a mount puppet. Thank you. It's called root handle. What's the puppet bone called? Mount? Mount root bone. I was right. I actually got it right. That's a first. We should really celebrate that. That I got the naming convention right. Cool. So now I'm working on the hump. The hump's part of the core. Just have to make sure that everything's ordered. Luckily, I can just grab stuff and redo the hierarchy in this area over here. At least if I can spot. Cool. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Rob. Really, really appreciate that. Where are you based out of, Rob? I tend to forget. I want to say Seattle. That might not be right though. Start here. Let's do. I think all we need. We might need more articulation. Jesse's bad at this, so let's redo that bone. Node. Okay, so we're doing this again. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and a foot. There's gonna be lots of articulation on this guy. He's gonna be tough to animate, but it'll all be worth it in the end. Front. Shoulder. Sorry if I'm ignoring the chat. It's not that I don't like you guys. I don't want to screw up this stuff. Front knee. Front shin. And you guessed it, front foot. And we know how awesome copy is. We're going to copy that. We're going to paste it. Grab it. We're going to move it over. And then we have it already. Sweet. And now, everything looks good. Everything looks good so far. We don't have a tail, so let's get that tail going on. Thanks to the stream, Joe Slick and later chat is off to get a present. There's a new game prototype. Hey Raven, Lester Lee. Thanks so much for stopping by. Good luck. Best of luck. From Slick, that's Lester Lee, I believe. Raven. Showing off. I think he's been working in Android. I want to say he's working. Pretty sure. Something like that. Alright, here we go. Let's get this neck going on. Neck starts here. Blam. 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 Now this is going to be cool because we're probably going to do some skin stuff. We might even have a separate neck thing. So it's like underneath the hood, they're like hydras. They have like totally different necks and stuff. But this one won't. Neck base. Sorry your device died. That's okay. Danny, what are you watching this on? That your device can die. Sorry to hear, but that's okay. You know, that's okay. Neck. Mid. And I'll call this head. Now let's from the head, let's sprout these ears. And see, like, that's why doing these doing these guides are so helpful, because they can just kinda like, there you go. That's about where they're gonna be, 'cause that's how we drew them, right? Ear. Ear 2. Alright, cool. So he's all set up. So now we're gonna hook up some art to it. Yeah, we got time for that. No problem. So let's hook up some art to this. We'll start with the head. How about? Head's fun. Let's go add image. Go to our mount directory. Grab the head. Blam. There it goes. Look at that. Just adjust it. Cool. Check this out. Yeah. Yeah. Right. There we go. That's cool. Now let's give him an ear. An ear because we're on a roll. Go. Mount. Mounds. Fuck. I gotta get rid of that. There we go. Line the ear up there. So now check out what we got going on. Yeah. A little bit of ear. A little bit of head with the ear. Because we're animating kings. With the other ear. Now look, I add this ear. Boom. But there's a problem with the ear. You guys see. Oh. Yep. Deal with that baby, Moltnik. Thanks so much, Rob. Thanks so much for that drawing. And we'll see you next week. Let's hope so. Take care of that baby. We actually look our ears in the way, but that's okay because we can just hit Control B and back it up, put it behind. Now we got 2 ears. Look at that. Yeah. Cool. That's cool. It's very cool, Fubzo. It's very cool. And now let's go from the head down. This is how I normally do it, but that's okay. It'll be cool. Work that, and we can add some more stuff too. Mounts. It's neck 1. There we go. Align it there. Knock it back. Cool. Now. Aw, yeah. Knocking it out. Yeah. Great. How great is that? Super great is the answer. I keep confusing it with mounds. Can't believe me. I built a directory for mounds because I thought mounds would be really integral to Viking Squad for some dumb reason, and now I have this file called mounds right before. No, really? Who said that? Danny boy, I should. Oh, I see. Thanks so much for dropping by, Matt Neighbors, and for naming our hawk. Blazing Beta, speak of the devil. There we go. Thank you so much for joining the squad. Welcome, welcome to some great camel action, great camel animation. Great. That's what we're working on right now. Back one. I'm gonna start from the rump now. Let's build this guy really weird. We're gonna start from his rump. Gonna give him this bad boy. Do your tools allow for image swapping mid animation? Yes, they do, Chard. 68. Let's see, what do we have that does that I can show? Makes sense. Something that swaps. The sword? Oh, right, it does, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yes, that does, Chard. What program is this? Blazing Beta asks. This is beta? Blazing Beta. I think like a beta fish. I think that's what I'm going to say. This is actually our custom engine, but it's a lot like Spine. If you like puppet animating, give Spine a shot. It's free, I'm pretty sure, for the first little while, unless you want to start doing stuff with it. But this is actually all created in-house by Nick Wanders, our coder. How cool is that? Let's put this rump right there and knock it back a few. Yeah. Cool. So now we have a rump. Important. Rear thigh. I'm gonna save this mount so I can show you a little bit of the swapping. Layers, Viking shield, open. Boom. Okay, cool. So let's hide these bones. Yeah. So let's go to something like the idol. So you can see some stuff going on here. There we go. We have our Viking breathing. Is it compatible with Unity? No, this is all C# framework, and then the game's going to be in C++. It does. Spriter and Spine are very powerful and similar, and so Nick saw those and said, okay, and put this together. So we can do it too. There's a run, mount. So so when they're riding, they only need to see one leg because he's riding, right? So that is what the animation switches to there. So if you actually notice, during this animation, we actually hide his leg. Yeah, so here's an example. I'll slow this down a little bit so you can see it a little bit easier. Oof. So if you watch his shield, it switches, it's like snaps around. That's actually swapping, right? Yes, check out Spine Charge 68. So you can actually see the shield switches out in the one motion. So it looks a little bit weird, slow, but that's why we play it this fast. It looks okay. Hey there, Zanrian. Welcome to the chat. Welcome back. I think I remember you from last week, yeah. We have all this awesome stuff. There's him drinking potions. Doesn't when he's out of potions, he's all sad. Here's him stabbing. Yeah. Field butt. These are old stuff. But check this out. This is our first kick. Fudgerman, welcome. Welcome to squad. Thanks for hanging out. Saw you in the chat, and welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Every Wednesday. Boom. Every Wednesday, we at Slick Entertainment are bringing to you great game dev stuff, as I totally lose my train of thought. What do you get when you subscribe? Nothing, I don't think. I don't think we have a subscribe option ready. We're just here, we're just looking for followers, Danny. Just follow us, and that just makes us just happy. So sorry, I gotta get back to my camel. That's why I lost my train of thought. My camel was on the... There we go. Good. Alright, let's turn these bones on so you can see them again. There we go, there's the bones. So see, the reason why we have this handle is so we can, like, move the whole thing. Can't save in the free version of Spine. That's right, Blazing Beta. You need to spend money for that version of Spine. I haven't really used Spine, but I'm sure it's like it's got IK and stuff. It's really good. If you're using it for like just fun, you can probably just like export a GIF. Mr. Lee Perry, welcome to the squad, man. Great. Thanks so much for dropping by. Very awesome. Awesome that you are following us here at Slick. Sorry, I'm in the wrong tab there. There we go. Okay, let's add this tail. So yeah, thanks so much for the follow, guys. Making our Wednesdays always feel great here at Slick Entertainment. The place for lane-based brawling with Viking Squad. The game due out this year, or we are in a lot of trouble. So, welcome to the squad, Lee Perry, and everyone that's been following. If they stream 3 days a week with all the viewers, I think Slick can get a sub button. Oh, 3 days a week, Xandrian. I don't know if we could do that, but we'll see. You know, if that helps us get our game done and get it finished, we'll look into that. But thanks for the tips. Let's see here, currently on right now. Man, the Arrow is on tonight. Oh, we're talking about the Arrow. DC tries TV because they can't do movies. Cool. So this camel tail. Boom. See, it's off, but it's okay. We just rotate it, align it, and pow! Tail attached. Awesome. Playing God over here. Okay. This hump in here. Hump. Okay. Enemy. Nope. Mount. Mound, of course. It actually looks like a mound. Okay. There we go. And see, it's in the front. Let's just knock it back a bit. Yeah, there we go. No problem. Oh, it's in front of that, though. Yes. Yep, that's right. Yes. PC, Mac, PS4. But we're not. It's not that we don't like Xbox. We like Xbox too. Just that's what we're slated for. That's what we're gonna be doing. Let's grab that main root bone and let's throw that saddle on there. Saddle. Boom. Yes. Line it up. Beautiful. Back it up a bit. Yeah, there we go. Just put it right behind the hump. There we go. Probably have to knock that tail back. That's fine. Super easy to do. Draw order is really important because we have so many layers to keep that organized. There was that was a difficult thing to get initially. Cool. All right. Now let's work on these hands. While I totally ignore the chat. Sorry, guys. I just don't want to lose my spat. All right. Mounts. Shoulder. Yes. Boom. Beautiful. Line that down there. Cool. Yes, front knee. Let's do it. Add image mount. Where are we? Okay. Add that knee. Cool. Put the knee behind that one. No problem. Add this shin. Add the shin now. Super easy. The power of this engine. Can't even comprehend. Knock it behind the knee. Cool. Yes. Now let's have this foot going on, and I can show you this foot ready to be animated. That. You guys are spoiled today. A lot of very, very cool stuff. Cool. So check that out. So now this front shoulder. Da 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 da. And then we can also like da 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 da. Oops. Da da da. Oh, look at the articulation we have with this camel. Cool. Right? Very cool. Let's do it. We'll need to put another shoulder on this one. Now this is kind of cool. I want to show you guys something that we have in the engine that makes it very, very easy to get more mileage out of stuff that we draw. As like mounds for the 100th. Okay. Here we go. Boom, boom. So this is going way back there, right? Cool. Put it way back there. Let's build the whole thing first. Knee now. Knee goes. Boom, boom, boom. Right there. Let's knock it back. Bunch. Now the front shin. Let's put that there too. Right there. No problem. Back. Oh, and the last but not least, the foot. Excuse me. So the itch there. Mounts. Foot. Losing track here. Oh my god. Okay. Knock that back. And knock that forward. Okay, cool. Alright. So I can actually grab this bone here, which is the front bone. And I can actually darken the whole thing. Grab this. Throw on a 165 is I think what I've been using. For the RGB darkness. Hit OK. And now it's actually darker. So it looks behind it. So we actually created depth. Use the same art. All by just changing the color of the bone. Just colorize the bone. Bone's awesome, that knee area. Yeah, thanks Thanks, Lee. I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a hell of a time. What ends up happening is I animate the walk that looks awful, and then Nick gets it and fixes it. I think Kaylee's gonna fix this one for me this time. That's what we'll hope. My animation skills are not that great, but I get by. Yeah. yeah, definitely do that. Do that walk. Gord was in the office earlier today. It was great. We got to drop in. Gord, one of our favorite people, and showed Kaylee what the walk cycle should look like for which he'll be putting in the game momentarily. Yeah, the darkening ability, right, Lee? That's it's crazy. It's so good. We use it for everything. See, this one's a little bit big. Like, oh no, his thigh's too big. What are we to do? It's okay, because we just shrink it like this. Scale it. That. Boom, it's in there. Perfect. Knock that back. We want it behind that saddle. Power. Say it before I'll say it again. I think pretty not bad. We actually like built the camel and pretty much have them all rigged up. Swanky Pants, welcome to the squad. Oh no, I'll do that too. Welcome to the squad, Swanky Pants. Thank you so much for joining us. Here we're animating and building a camel mount for Viking Squad, the best lane-based brawler you'll ever play in 2015. Brought to you by Slick, the hardworking fellows here at Slick Entertainment. Every Wednesday, come on by and hang out with the great chat and great people. Thank you so much for following. Where was I? Trying not to click mounds. I'm clicking mounds. Right. This knee, right there. Boom. Knock that back. Yes. Rear shin, no problem. We're on a roll now, guys. Rear shin, right there. Boom. Boom. Whoa. Okay, so this is a problem that I have. Sometimes I forget to shrink it. Now it's a giant shin, and I need to fix it. So let's go back in here and fix it. Photoshop. Can't believe it. I was too excited. Thought I was going to do it out of hitch, but I didn't. Here we go. There we go. Is this the guy walking down the street? Oh. Man, what? That's amazing. That's amazing. That's so good. Goat Herd made it. Welcome, Goat Herd. How's it going? Goat Herd, you missed us, but we did camels today. It was great. Super fun time. See here. Camel shoot. Yes, welcome back, Goat Herd. Oh, son of a bee. I need to close this down. 1 second. Oh, I thought I could do it. Oh, so close. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I almost had up with it. That's okay. I'm gonna stay on until this thing's all rigged. It won't be much longer. Don't worry. Don't worry. Boom. Boom. Alright. Push this back here. Let's open up our goat again. Our goat. Now you guys got me on goats. Okay. Let's open up our mount again. Thank you. Boom. Yes. Cool. I did. I got it. I got to figure it out. Alright, let's put the right size shin there. Right here. Here it is. Yes, there it goes. Fire that back. Cool. Let's get this rear foot going on. That image. Mounts. Toe. Open. Yes, that foot. That foot. Cool. Now, almost look at this. Look how far we came. We started the camel. We roughed out the camel. We concepted the camel. And now we're almost done the camel. Built him. Let's get this action. Sorry, I'm off the chat. Luckily, the great guys here at Slick Entertainment are in the chat, answering your questions. Is your name actually match that video? 1%. Yeah, we're actually thinking of making the camel a little bit like random. Like sometimes he spits like lobs like a grenade, or sometimes it's like a laser. But that'd be funny if sometimes when he walks, it's just like a mess, like that guy. Right? So close, so close. Boom, boom. I'm hitting Control B, which is the hotkey that I got to pick, because, hey, when you work with a guy like Nick, you get to pick your own hotkeys. Which is difficult, because sometimes you don't know what button you really want to be hitting. Rear shin, no problem. Alright, put that up there. Oh, here come, guys, the last piece of the puzzle. Last piece of the camel puzzle. Haha. Boom. Now we actually don't need our old camel, so let's remove it. Oh. Wait. Okay. Be forward. So now you gotta organize. Back. Cool. Let's hide these bones. Hide the bones. Can't select that. Yes! Cool, there he is. There he is, everybody. We can control him from the root. Control him. We can pose him, which is cool. Let's pose him. Look at that. He's like in a fashion show. Nice. We can like grab his like this. Look at that. Look at the control we have. Oh, there we go. Man, that's a sassy camel. Yeah? Okay, cool. Let's do it. He doesn't have. You don't need animations? Okay, guys. So we're gonna. It'll look silly, but we're gonna put him in game. We're gonna jump. We're gonna ride on him. Yeah, I did. That's what we're gonna do. He's so noble. He's the noblest of all beasts. All right, he's saved. We're gonna go into the entity. Is this guy here? Let's open the entity that Nick made for us. Thanks a lot, Nick. Mount Camel. Boom. Oh, currently it's this awesome wolf mount we've made. That's okay. Look at him. Look at that wolf mount. Alright, settings. Mentions. Visuals. Yeah, I got it. And then this guy. To Mount Camel. Nice. Look at that. Okay, cool. So we'll save that, and then we're going to put him in the dojo. That pose? I know, it's amazing. Alright, here we go. Let's throw him in and see what he looks like. Alright, turn off lighting so we don't get a nuclear beard. Alright, there we go. Alright. Okay, let's throw this guy in. He is a mount. Alright. Mount Camel. Spawn. There he is. Oh, nice. I think it did. Cool. Here's our camel. Oh, I still gotta fix some stuff, but there we go. The X. Oh, he's sweet. He shoots snowballs. Awesome. Oh, there we go. Sweet. Okay. So guys, we'll show you the mounts we got going on. Cause you mentioned the wolf. Let's load more mounts because you guys are the best. Here you go. Sweet. Here's a wolf. Oh, he's asleep. So when you don't get, there's a wolf. He's asleep. Let's get on him. There we go. And we're off. Mounting around. Look at that bite. Look at that bite. Yes. Haley just built that bite. Ah, yes. Yep, that definitely polishes. But now we're showing you the other mounts. And look, when you hop off, look, watch. Oh, he just goes to bed. He gets tired. No problem. 10 damage. Unbelievable. So let's put our wolf by our sassy camel. That's so ridiculous. And we'll show you one more. We've been working on. Here you go. Check this guy out. Yeah. Oh, he's sleepy too. Here we go. This is our muskox. There he is. Look at that guy go. Yes. There he goes. Yes. Look at him go. He's boom. My favorite. I don't know. which was more my favorite. There's so much good stuff going on. Damn. Yes. Cool. Head on. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yep. Oh man. And once this guy's running around, you won't want to get off your you won't want to get off your mount in Viking Squad. Let's just put these guys to bed here. Here we go. And it's actually an animal sleep simulator because our animals are narcoleptic apparently. Wake up, you. Oh, you're tired. Go to bed. All right, and our snowball launching. Yeah, it's amazing. Star 68. It is the best. It is the absolute best. So we'll zoom in on our sleeping animals. Yeah, and that's what's going on. It's that's we got. What do we got? What? Yeah, with the snowball? Yeah. Oh, okay. I can't get that pose. I can't. That's so ridiculous. Orion asked, "How can I throw all my money? Throw money to the team." Yes, we will be at Slick. Slick will be at GDC Kilo 11. We will be. Hump that sassy camel. That's right. This is the sassiest camel I've ever drawn. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Cool. So that's what we got going on. Mounts. You guys were there the whole time. That dainty foot. That's right, Mermage. That dainty foot. Just, unbelievable. See, that's what we're building. And you guys were there. You guys were there for the whole creation from the ground up. Remember when we drew this? Remember that? Remember that, guys? We drew that. Spitting Camel. Just to get inspired. That's a word. We played around with these exciting ideas. Thanks, Lee Perry and everybody that that helped invent some great mount ideas. Kai, who asked about shading, we got that covered. But yeah, like we got. A second here, I'll just hide you guys because I don't need you anymore. We went from pretty rough to pretty fabulous. Look at that. There we go. You'll be out there on the 3rd. Cool. Kilo 11. Maybe you'll see us. I usually look like this. I got a beard. The tallest guy there will probably be Nick, and he's our coder. He'll be easy to find. And Kaylee will be around us too. Maybe we'll make him wear something weird so you can recognize us. If you hold him out, he should also be able to stack on the mount. Actually, Mr. Lee Perry, check this out. Check this out. This is pretty awesome. Let's drop some treasure. And no, I'm not gonna break it at all, Nick. I'm not gonna break it. I'm not gonna break it. Yes, it's cool. Let's check this out. So we got this awesome treasure you can carry around, throw, collect, and it's worth money. But then we can also, yeah, get on that and carry it. So I don't even know if what that does, but it's gonna be good. Whoa! Oh, okay, cool. Lots of awesome stuff going on here at Slick. So yeah, that's what's going on, guys. So yeah, we got carry mechanic. That's kind of what a mounts do. Mounts just carry the players. So we could probably make a game where you carry like a million things on a mount. But yeah, that was guys, that was the 2 hours every Wednesday here with Slick. That was it. We did it. We got our camel in, sliding around with a dainty foot. And yeah, you were here along for the ride, and it was amazing. So thank you so much, everybody. Thanks, guys, so much. That was amazing. We got a lot of stuff done today, and that was really, really fun having you there along the way. So from everybody here at Slick, thank you so much for following us. And please, please come by next Wednesday where we will be doing the same kind of thing with the same kind of cool stuff. Having a great time, showing you in editor stuff, answering questions. We have great guys showing up here, so yeah, thank you so much, guys. It was a whole camel. Like, where else? Where else are you gonna get something like that? Anyways, thank you so much, guys, for everything. We had a great time today, and yeah, stay cool. Lots of love from the squad here, and thank you so much for the follows and keeping our Wednesdays, keeping us in high spirits and high energy. So thanks a lot, guys, and have a great one.